Comparing Kaiser versus Anthem Blue Cross in California for individuals and families. First of all, most of our enrollment is through Covered California now, almost 99%, because we can get subsidies and we can get much richer versions of the Silver plan. And starting in 2025, anyone regardless of income can get that Silver 73 now, which is almost a gold level plan. So we definitely want to enroll through Covered California, and we can do that for either Kaiser or for Blue Cross of California, and the subsidies would apply equally. So then how do we compare these plans? It really comes down to network. So with Kaiser, it's an HMO, so you have to stay within Kaiser networks, meaning you have to use Kaiser facilities, see Kaiser doctors, and only rare circumstances can you go out of that. So if Kaiser's around you and they're solid and you like them, and most people know if they like Kaiser or not, that's a definite option for you. For Anthem Blue Cross, currently they offer an HMO or an EPO version of their different plans. The EPO is like a PPO in that you can refer yourself out, you're not locked into a local area, but you don't have benefits out of network other than a true emergency. There's one little caveat on the EPO in that it's the only plan still available in California where you can use providers out of state in a non-emergency situation. If you're up in Tahoe and all your providers are over the state line, that's a big deal for you. Same thing down south with Arizona. So the EPO still has the Blue Card network access. Otherwise, Anthem has an HMO, which works or contracts out with private doctors and hospitals. So if your providers or your doctors are in network with that HMO, that's not a bad option to look at. The HMO with Anthem is priced pretty comparable to Kaiser's HMO. The EPO will generally be more expensive because we have more control and flexibility in terms of the network. That's how you compare it. It's network versus cost between Kaiser and Anthem Blue Cross for individuals and families. The benefits are identical. A Silver 73 with Anthem will be the same as a Silver 73 with Kaiser. So it's really network and pricing. Kaiser versus Anthem Blue Cross for the Medicare market in California. This is a little bit different because we have two different ways to go. There are Medicare supplements or Medigap plans, which are kind of like PPO. You can see any provider who takes Medicare anywhere in the United States. You're not locked in. They tend to be more costly monthly to have this flexibility. The G plan's by far the most popular, and we have reviews on how to compare the Medigap plan. Only Anthem Blue Cross will have a Medicare supplement or Medigap plan. Kaiser doesn't because it's a true HMO, meaning with Kaiser, you have to stay within the Kaiser network, see Kaiser doctors, use Kaiser facilities. So by definition, it's not going to have a Medicare or Medigap plan option. So then we come to HMOs, and that's the Medicare Advantage side of things. On this front, Kaiser is very strong. They typically have very strong competitive Advantage plans in areas they compete in, and they have well-rated plans, high star ratings across the board, and the benefits tend to be richer, but they're also fairly standard by county. So on the Advantage side, they're really good. Where we do see some people interested in Advantage plans with Anthem is if their doctors or hospitals are not Kaiser, meaning they're private, and they want access to those providers. And then there are two situations where Anthem is strong on the Advantage market generally. That's for VIP plans, the special needs plans like Medi-Medi, where you have Medicare and Medi-Cal, or chronic illness plans, C-SNP plans. So Anthem has gone a little more aggressive that direction, and also the PPO side of things, meaning a PPO Advantage plan where it's an Advantage plan, it's still managed care, but it's more flexible in terms of how that works versus an HMO Advantage plan. That's where we see Anthem Blue Cross actually look strong in certain situations for the Advantage market. Otherwise, for Medicare, it comes down to whether you want to be in Kaiser or whether you want to be out. And then we have different options out with Anthem Blue Cross in terms of supplements and then Advantage plans. Kaiser versus Anthem Blue Cross of California for small business, which is 1 to 100 employees. How do we address this? Because it's kind of tricky. Some employees have been with Kaiser their whole life. They might have been born there. They love it. They want to stay there. And other employees have relationships outside of Kaiser with other hospitals and doctors, and they don't want Kaiser. Well, we don't have to pick, which is fantastic. We can use what's called the Kaiser wrap, where we can offer Kaiser and Anthem Blue Cross side by side together. And we can even create worksheets on this side for each employee where it will show them the Kaiser plans and the Anthem plans all on one page. They can pick and choose according to their needs. The great part is the employer can decide their contribution towards the employee's costs based on a given plan. For example, since Kaiser can be cheaper, you could pick the Kaiser Silver plan, say we're going to pay 75% for the employee, and then that'll automatically be calculated on the worksheet, even for the Anthem plans. So as the employer, you can fix what your budget or contribution is, but the employees have total choice to pick accordingly. If they like Kaiser, they can stay within Kaiser. If they want Anthem, either HMO or PPO, they can actually pick that plan. They'll pay more to do that out of pocket, but it's important to them to have that flexibility and option. As an employer, it doesn't get better because you've locked in your budget. We can help you put together a Kaiser wrap option. That's really the best way to go when we're looking at small business for Kaiser and Anthem Blue Cross.